What up, YouTube? T-Movies here. Now, 2019 had a lot of surprises, like movies that I not really expect to enjoy, but ended up being really much better. And there are also films that, got released in 2019 that I thought was going to be terrible, but turned out to be actually pretty decent. So today, I'm going to do my top 10 most surprised films of 2019. These are some films that either I thought I was going to either hate but ended up liking, or films that I didn't really expect to, love as much as I did, So, with that being said, here's my 10 most surprised movies of 2019. Coming in at number 10, it is The Good Liar. Now, I did not like the trailers that much. I thought this, looked pretty poor, bland, and Hail Mary just hasn't really done any, good films, in recent years. Whether you talk about, Anna, Nutcracker, Hail Mary's career has been questionable lately. And Sorry Ian McKellen, which he was much better in this than he was in that horrible thing that I just saw, Cats. I thought this was a really solid thriller. It was directed by Bill Condon, who of course gave us stuff like, last Twilight movies, Beauty and the Beast, Gods and Monsters. Bill Condon did a really decent job with this. The movie was, felt like a Lifetime film at first, but it worked perfectly. Great performances by McKellen, by Maron. They had great chemistry. Had nice twists and turns throughout. Yeah, I really got a kick out of The Good Liar. Shame that it didn't do so well. Anyway, coming in at number 9, it is Nancy Drew and the Hidden Staircase. Now, I thought this movie was just going to be flat out horrible and painful because the trailers didn't look so good. But I still decided to go check it out anyway because the lead actress in it, Sophia Lillis, she was great in it, so I was kind of interested to see her lead a new film, and I thought she was great as Nancy Drew. This movie also had some interesting twists and turns. It was pretty creepy at times too, especially for a kids film. Now, of course, we got another Nancy Drew, which is that new CW show, which is actually pretty good. But man, this Nancy Drew with Sophia Lillis, from the same director who gave us Poison Ivy. I really got kicked out of it. And the shame it didn't do so well, but anyway, coming in at number 8 is The Kid Who Would Be King. Now, I thought this movie was going to be terrible for, a couple of reasons. One, the last reason, for one, the trailers was not all that good. And two, it was another King Arthur-based movie, and the last King Arthur film before this was that horrible, horrendous Guy Ritchie film. So I wasn't all that interested in seeing another, King Arthur-based film. And so I went to see Kid Who Would Be King, and I really had fun with it. I thought it was really cute, charming. Rebecca Ferguson as a main villain was pretty good. It was nice to see Patrick Stewart in this. Andy Serkis' son, who plays the lead here, was pretty good. The one who played, young Merlin was really decent. All the kids really had great chemistry for each other. And, it was also directed by Joe Cornish, so I guess I wasn't that much surprised that was good. But, yeah, if you guys haven't seen Kid Who Would Be King yet, go check it out. It's a really good flick. Coming in at number 7 is Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I really did not expect to like this movie that much. The trailers didn't do much for me. And it was also being released as a PG-13 horror film. And some PG-13 horror films could work, but But I still really got a kick out of it. I know it was creepy. The performances by the lead cast was all really great. Yeah, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark was much better than I expected. Because I thought this movie was going to be trash. One of the worst horror films of the year. But it ended up being pretty decent. So, yeah, if you guys haven't seen Scary Stories, based on the horror novel, it did pretty well in the box office too, by the way. But yeah, definitely go check out Scary Stories if you guys haven't seen it. Alright, coming in at number 6, it is Escape Room. Now, this was the first movie I actually saw in 2019, and I had no high hopes for this. For one, the director, he also gave us Sinister 2, so there's that as well. It was a horror film being released the first week of January, and usually horror films the first week of January aren't always the best, but I still saw it. And I thought it was really interesting. Great premise. A horror film about those escape rooms was pretty cool to watch. I really like the lead actress, Taylor Russell. She's an actress to keep your eye out for. If you haven't really seen her in the movie Ways, or even Lost in Space. She's a really good young actress. And of course, we have a sequel coming out in August, so hopefully the sequel will be as good, but we'll see. All right, coming in at number 5, it is Crawl. Now, I thought the trailer was decent, but I did not expect to enjoy this movie as much as it did. You know, the alligators all look pretty cool. The movie was really creepy. It was fun. Kaya Scodelario, I thought, was a great lead here. I really thought the film was really solid. And directed by, I didn't really, I expected to like this a little, but, because the trailer was decent, but I did not expect to like this movie that much. And definitely go check out Crawl if you guys haven't seen that. Alright, coming in at number 4, it is Dora and the Lost City of Go. Now, I can tell you right now, Dora does not appeal to me at all. That's definitely not an appealing character. So I had no high hopes for a live-action Dora film. But then I saw the trailers, and I thought the trailers looked decent. You know, this actress, Isabella Mercedes now, she went by Mona at first, but now she ended up changing her last name. She's a pretty good actress. So you got Michael Pena and all, so I decided to still give it a go. I really enjoyed this movie. This movie had no right being as good as it was. You know, it was really fun, entertaining, had a Goonies feel to it, which I'm a sucker for the Goonies, so there's that. Great, you had Benicio del Toro as Swiper, you had Danny Trejo as the voice of Boots. Yeah, it's from the same director of the Muppets film, so there's that. Yeah, Dora was such a much better film than it had any reason being. And maybe we'll get a sequel. The film did okay, so... Alright, coming in at number 3 is literally Parasite. Now, I didn't really expect to enjoy this film that much. I didn't expect to hate or anything, but... I'm not really the biggest, subtitle guy, to be honest with you. But I still want to see it because it's, an Oscar contender. And Bong Joon-ho, I thought, did a great job at directing this film. The lead actors was all great. The movie was weird. One of the weirdest movies of the year. But I still thought it was a really solid film. I don't think it's one of the best movies of the year. I know lots of people are adding this film to their top 10 list and all. I don't think it's the best film of the year. I don't even think it should be a best picture contender, but I still thought it was a really decent film. And if Bong Joon-ho wins an Oscar for this, I won't complain now because he did a great job with this film. All right, coming in at number 2, it is Blinded by the Lights. Now, this movie literally came out of nowhere, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really cute, a really nice, fun, comedy. Music by Bruce Springsteen, and I did not expect to hate this movie because I thought the trailers were decent, but I didn't expect to like this movie as much as it did. All the actors was all great together. Who doesn't love Bruce Springsteen? Come on, Bruce Springsteen's the boss. Interesting film based on a true story. If you guys haven't seen Blinded by the Lights yet, go check it out. It's a really solid one. All right, my number 1 most surprised film of the year literally goes to Hustlers. Now, this was a movie that I trashed on. I thought this movie I thought it was going to be garbage. Jennifer Lopez and STX Entertainment, their last movie was, of course, Second Act, and that movie was horrible, so I had no hopes for this film. But then I went to see Hustlers because it's great reviews, and I liked the cast. But, man, this movie was much better than I expected. The lead females all had great chemistry with each other. Jennifer Lopez probably gave the best performance of her career. Constance Wu was great. A great heist film. The director, Lauren Scafari, I think her name is, she did a great job at directing this movie. Hustlers is much a better movie than I expected it should be. Because I thought this movie was probably going to be one of the worst films of the year. But it turned out to be pretty decent. So, if you guys haven't seen Hustlers yet, give it a go. It's even a box office smash. So, there's that. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Alright. Let me do the quick rundown. 10, The Good Liar. 9, Nancy Drew and the Hidden Staircase. 8, The Kid Who Would Be King. 7, Scary Stories. 6 Escape Room, 5 Crawl, 4 Dora and the Lost City of Gold, 3 Parasite, 2 Blinded by the Lights, and 1 Hustlers. Now there's other films that I was very surprised that I enjoyed the most. Child's Play, I didn't expect the new Child's Play reboot to be as good as it was. Last Christmas was much better than I expected. I quite liked Dragon Ball a lot more than I thought I would have. Of course, there was Shaft. Ready or Not was pretty decent. Loose, I was surprised how much I liked that one. I mean, yeah, lots of interesting surprises this year. But let me leave it to you guys. What were some of your most surprise films of 2019? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is T-Moose signing off.